Auto Obsessed here with the 2025 SEMA show. I'm at the Griots garage booth. We're meeting with Nick Griot, and we're going to talk about what's new and up and coming this year.
Yeah. Hey, Charlie. Good to see you again.
Very good to see you.
10 years plus. My goodness gracious.
Yeah.
SEMA again.
Yeah.
But we've been hard at work, so got new stuff for you.
Yeah. This is unbelievable. This is a total game changer.
So we had a pretty substantial gap in our line. We had some brushes on offer, but we couldn't fill every little niche. And so our product developers came up with a pretty ingenious system, calling it the mod brush system. In particular, modularity is key. But if I think back to like the romance of Griots Garage's founding and my dad going to Europe and looking for the best screwdriver handle on planet Earth.
Right.
That's really part of the genesis of this entire system, which is our Sure Grip handle. So it fits very nice in your hand, got double sided rubber, and all of the heads that you see here pretty much start with this handle and screw on with a hex thread and line up perfectly. So a variety of different fibers from ultra soft to extra firm for heavy duty applications. We have a standard and extra large or large size for almost every one. Our detail brushes, really pretty much the smallest brushes we have to flat heads, and then wands, all based on that handle system. And we have a unique color coding system. If you've ever, like me, stuck your nose on a brush and wondered, like, where was the last place I used this?
Right.
Am I gonna bring brake dust into my piano black interior? That color coding is just one way to, I don't know, monkey proof it, because I am a detail monkey myself and am sniffing too many chemicals.
Yeah.
So, with that, you can buy a single handle and have different brush heads with a color on them. So simply swapping the head with a single handle, you can go from the inside to the outside and not cross-contaminate some of your sensitive surfaces. So I think it's a really great way to approach all the different utilities of these different fibers with a good base, a sturdy base where you can apply pressure and build from just that simple handle.
Right. A couple of things I noticed is it's set up where you can, like a pencil, you can hold it like a pencil. And then for the other brushes, the grip is set up to do a firm grip on it.
Yes.
Right? So that's really good. Price point is it's essentially the price of most brushes.
Yes.
Right? So you don't necessarily just have to buy the handle and switch heads all the time. This is great if you can have the whole thing set up, and then when this bristle is finished, you can replace that, or you can change heads as needed. Probably have a couple of these for your purpose, and then maybe you're switching.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Brushes wear out. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you've ever tried to remove like a water-based tire dressing with your tire brush, oh my gosh, that bristle pack is impregnated with a solution you cannot remove. That brush is spent.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm doing now is removing the head itself and keeping the handle. So yes, your next bristle pack, when you already have the handle, is a much lower cost.
For sure. And then we've got a couple accessories.
Yeah, so with the base of the handle, you can add a 4-inch extension. These are very sturdy. You can add up to 8 of them. That'd be a pretty silly looking brush, but it's all about maintaining pressure throughout and then adding reach for things like, some of the modern Porsches, you've got 12-inch plus wide wheels.
Right. Yeah,
so
deep
standard, long wand, hey, I need a little bit of length to that. I can build off of that. And we also have an angle adapter for hard to reach areas of an engine compartment. So if you were bending a brush down and you can't really get firm pressure, you run out of room, now you can extend it or add an angle to get consistent pressure. So these wands go in with a shank, and you can either put the guard down lower to protect your hand, add an extension to that, and drop it in from there. Boom, there's a 15-inch wheel where your hand is still protected at the outer surface of that wheel, or getting in a little deeper. So I think it's really, really great, the adaptability. And then, yes, good control of cost and the ability to replace the most usable or expendable part of the brush.
Right. One little bit of detail that Jeff went over yesterday with me, which is pretty impressive. Which is pretty impressive. So, obviously, one of the minds behind this whole system is threaded. It's always going to line up. I guess for this is probably a bad example, but here, it's always going to line up. The Griots Garage logo is always going to line up. So a lot of tooling, a lot of work to get that to happen. And anybody like myself is detail oriented. I mean, here I guess the round brushes you can't see, but these you can see right off the bat.
Yeah.
So that's a neat little detail, right?
It's a huge pain in the ass, but at the same time, like strive for perfection and everything is one of the mantras we, shout at Griots Garage, and it's a very detailed approach to this. But yes, a lot of tooling, a lot of investment in the system. It really addresses a major gap, and I think creates an innovative solution. Brushes help, right? You have a great effective chemical. You have an effective tool to pair with it. The variability of it, you can, again, it's kind of like our orbitals in that it's a single core that will power all of them.
Right.
Single handle can get you every brush head you need for every surface you might be dealing with in a car.
Right. When can we expect that inventory will be arriving at your warehouse?
We will have inventory in the States at the end of the year. Then from here, again, this is just the beginning, and it's 40 different SKUs with over 4,000 different combinations.
Yeah.
So our inventory guys are going a little crazy, but at the same time, we're going to keep it pretty simple, in terms of pairing things together, making it easy for somebody to get, an interior, exterior, just a great combination of utility from the start. So the brush line is a major, commitment for us. It's a multi-year project, a lot of investment in the tooling. One of the other hard goods that we've been focused on is pressure washer accessories. I mean, if you aren't foaming, well, that's fine, right?
Yeah,
but if you are, having high quality accessories for your foaming setup, your pressure washer, it's still a focus of ours. We have done excellent with our foam cannons, the Boss foam cannon, brilliant finish foam cannon. Last year we introduced a snubby gun, and this year we have some lances that come in two different sizes. This is our 40-inch, and we have a 20-inch that come with a grip on it that can store your tips a little bit more effectively, have a little bit more depth than kind of a standard one that comes on your pressure washer, where they're generally launching out, rolling around your driveway. Along with double shot rubber at the most critical points, 1/4-inch stainless steel, and another quick connect at the end, so you can drop your tips in there. So this can pair very quickly with a short gun, and then a Picatinny rail. So if you were in a real dirty place like your undercarriage or your engine bay with maybe the shorter one, you could mount a light to it. You can do whatever you want with it, right? It just gives you some flexibility there.
That's a good idea.
I don't know if you're putting a red dot or a lot of other accessories there, but just one little piece to add some utility at any user's preference.
All right, nice.
And again, 20-inch and 40-inch sizes. 40-inch is going to be for your big boys, right? Trucks, or saving your back when you're doing your driveway if you have that utility in your pressure washer. But these are going to be available by the end of the year as well.
Okay, excellent.
All right, so we have some chemicals too. And well, I know we've talked about, marine and RV being maybe not the biggest focus for your customer base. We do have a ton of RVs, boats, and ATVs in the US that have kind of necessitated really developing products specific to that consumer. And we're good at developing chemicals, right? And we listen to our customers. So we started with a core offering in this Adventure Line family of products that speaks to the people that want a specific product for their specific vehicle. What the Adventure Line umbrella gives us is the ability to take RV, marine, and ATV and develop further specific solutions. Now, we've been developing products for cars in particular for 35 years, and we will continue to do that. We're not changing our stripes, but people who own higher end cars tend to have toys, and they want specific solutions for them. And there are different materials like gel coat that we have to treat a little differently. There are fabrics and other elements of those vehicle types, and we'll just continue to add to this over time. But if you do have a specific use case, I hope that Auto Obsessed will take some of these products on.
Yeah.
And you'll have a very happy customer.
Yeah. Well, in summer, I mean, there's a lot of RVs, a lot of boats, a lot of ATVs for sure, right? And I mean, like you say, the car guy also, you know, he's going to have fun in his garage with the RV, the boat, and the ATV as well.
I think the type A, you know, general personality of I like things, right?
Yeah,
I want to go play, and hey, you worked hard, you enjoy doing it on the water, very good. You have a boat with specific materials. We have had that request enough to know that hey, there's a market there. We've got to speak to and develop product for that customer. But at the end of the day, I'm a car guy, but I do like anything that goes fast, that has a motor, whatever it may be.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to take care of it too.
Yeah.
On top of that, we did debut this product actually last year. And one of the lessons you'll see we've learned here at Griots is that chemical development is never a straight line. And so we had a formula that we were extremely confident in. This is our Boss Ceramic All-in-One. So it'll be the 5th member of our Boss cream line.
Right, yeah.
And when we launched it at SEMA last year, or debuted it, we had a stable formula. This is a pretty complex formulation with an oil water emulsion, polymer package, and abrasives. It fell apart.
Yeah.
And so we had to go back to the drawing board to create a stable product so that every customer who buys it gets a consistent result.
Right.
But essentially, it's a temperature resistant, long throw developed product for detailers that are, hey, being cost conscious of a customer that just wants a quick job, or are doing a more aggressive correction step, followed with a finishing step where an all-in-one does find a place.
Right.
It's not for everybody, but it is an effective tool for a detailer to have with more correction capability than our standard ceramic all-in-one, and that temperature resistance due to long throws generating a little bit more heat. So this formula, we are confident will launch in early 2026. We've made that statement with stability in mind, having learned our lesson. And part of that too is we haven't debuted a lot of the chemicals that we are still actively developing because we don't want to do the same thing we did last year. Put something out on the market and get everybody excited for it, only to tether it and say, hey, it was at a place where performance-wise it met our standards, but we can't put it on the shelf. So 2026, I'm pretty excited about and what is still to come. But Ceramic All-in-One will be on the market shortly, even though, again, we can admit our fault in terms of showing this off a little too early last year. And that really is what I think the story of our SEMA 2026 is. Got some great new stuff. We got even more in the oven, and we're going to bring it out when it's fully cooked.
Excellent. That's awesome. So a ton of products to come in 2026. You can check it out in store online at autoobsessed.com. Thank you for watching, and thanks, Nick. As always, a pleasure.
Yeah. Thanks, Troy.
Hey, thank you.